my talk, and as you right, I've got it here. I've got it here. I will talk about it. Before I talk about it, I want to give some brief background to this. In my growing up, I was living in the rural areas with my grandmother and everyone else at home there. So it will happen that she will brew this traditional beer. You know that those who grew up in the rural areas, you actually know what I'm talking about. And then there's that stuff, the stuff they will give to children. There's no English word for it. I don't know if there is an English word for it, but it's umhiko. That's that's what I know about it. And then having that stuff, that's the stuff that we were given, and even we could have it as we can imagine the lacto, okay, with satsa. So we'll have umhiko with satsa as well. So that's the closest I came to alcohol during those days. That was primary school. Fast forward to my teaching career, I said those who have been following, 13 years I'm in one school, then a further 2 years I'm in a university. This is a Christian school, so okay, no issues there. Fast forward to now, right? I will say my first school, okay, my first school in this country, right? So this is what I want to talk about from that first school, right? So I have been to 5 schools. Okay, I'm in my 5th school now. 5, less than 3 years, 5 schools. So in these 5 schools, the first one, okay, nothing prepared me in all my teaching career, school 13 years, university 2 years, nothing prepared me for for this kind of class, the kind of students that I will teach during the time period from September 2023 to December 2023. That's the period I was in that school. So this you have a class. Okay, so on opening day, that's on September 1. I was thinking, okay, maybe there's going to be an insight day, okay, where you have teachers doing their maybe trainings before students come into school, but it wasn't like that for that particular day. So I was thinking also, okay, I'll still have time to meet other teachers, discuss about how we're going to teach and everything else. There wasn't that time. So you go straight to class. Period 1, first day in school, you go to class, you teach. Something in me was screaming before even my first lesson that I'm not prepared to teach yet. But anyway, I will then have to teach. So in this country, the first day in the school, first lesson, students are in class, you are teaching. The last day of the term, last lesson of the day, you are with students either in class or maybe in case in other schools they are with their tutors. That's for the last period, but they are in school all the time. They must be in class. There is nothing like students are outside playing or whatever. I was used to. So that's the school I'm in now. And then in my teaching career, as I've said maybe before, nothing prepared me for that particular school. In terms of content, no problem. But in terms of behavior management, nothing had prepared me for that particular kind of setup. So in that school, I was given the bottom sets, year 9, okay, from year 7 to year 10. Year 7 wasn't the bottom set as much, but as I can say, but the year 9 was the bottom set, right? Those last classes. And I didn't have any problems with year 7s, a bit of problems with year 8s, but with the year 9s, which I later found out, okay, in my next schools that, okay, this age group, the year 9 age group, which is equivalent to the Form 2s, I think, yeah, the Form 2s. That one is a bit of a tricky class, especially if you get those last classes, those bottom sets. It's a bit of a challenge, I will say. So all the strategies that you have before you come here, you will think, okay, I'm a teacher, I can do this. I'm confident enough to be in a class and teach. but then the behavior that you get there is nothing that you would have seen elsewhere, especially if you're coming from a background as myself. So that is totally different. So okay, that first school done. The next year, that is January, I go to another school. I will be in that school for 2 terms. I was maybe getting much comfortable being in a class. I knew the system. I was getting to understand the systems. I was getting to understand okay, how to manage the behavior of students in class. So it was a bit better than what happened in my first school. My third school, I was now, I think, in control. Okay, now I can even talk about how to manage a class in this country, because it's a whole new setup. It's a whole new system that's different from anything that you would have ever known if you're coming from outside this country. So third school, all good. Then my fourth school happens to be in a college. Okay, there is a lot I will talk about, but now I just want to summarize, because I want to talk about a particular thing. And then now I'm in my fifth school. That's also a college. Now, in all these schools, now I want to talk about that picture, that image I sent on Facebook. In all these schools, the first, second, third schools, something happens at the end of the term. Farewell. Okay, there's a farewell, there's everything that happens. And before I talk about this, I want to give a background again. Okay, can I give a brief background about this year? In this country, if you're talking about alcohol, it's the ages below 5. Okay, ages below 5, it's illegal for them to have alcohol. That's below 5. Remember, the age 5 is when you go to year 1. That's grade 1 in some way. From year 1, from the ages of 5 to 15, from the ages of 5 to 15, it is illegal for children to drink alcohol in public spaces, but they can have alcohol at home. Okay, private places, totally fine, it's acceptable. Okay, so they cannot have it in public, but they can have it at home. I'm talking about the 5 years, the grade 1s up to maybe a form 2, form 3, thereabout. It's illegal outside, but perfectly fine indoors. No one maybe in that age group can go and buy something from the bottle store. So I'm talking about that. And then talk about the adults in this country, in the UK. The statistics are 1 in 5. It's only 1 in 5 adults who are not who actually are not drinking alcohol. So it's 80%, 80 to 82% of adults in the UK have reported to drink alcohol. So it's something that's very, very much common. So in these schools, in these 3 schools, all of them, the first school, when this happened at first, I was asking myself, why didn't they ask me about it, if I drink or not? Because I was just given, okay, you are given as a token of appreciation for being in that school, and then there's a farewell. You're given a card, you're given some presents, sort of, and then there's a bottle of alcohol there. No one makes an attempt to ask if you drink or you don't. It's okay, it's considered as normal that you should somehow drink. Okay, no, fine. I just take it, I go home. I gave that to a friend. Okay, I gave that to a friend around here. My second school, the same thing happens. The same thing happens. Like the first one, I'm saying, oh, so maybe this is how they view things. Like in Zimbabwe, you'll say, okay, can I buy you a drink? When I'm saying, can I buy you a drink, I'm talking about the fizzy drinks, I'm talking about any other drinks, but not alcohol. But when you're here, when you're saying, can I buy you a drink, it's mostly it's alcohol. So that's my first school, my second school, my third school. As I leave those schools, I'm given a bottle. And now, in my third school, this is what I was given. That was in 2024. Okay, that was in 2024. This is what I was given in 2024. I'm sure you can see here. I'm sure you can see here the expiry date. The expiry date here is 31 12 31 12 2024. I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know what was something that I've never. The closest I came to alcohol, as if you have been following, the closest I came to alcohol was mojito and nothing else. And so to me, as long as they see that this is okay, to them this is normal, perfectly normal to buy someone this and give them. To them it's normal. But the African man in me and the Christian man in me is asking himself, okay, so this somehow seems normal. But anyway, I've never drank this. To those who are concerned, all my friends who are concerned about me, about this. There's um I don't want to talk about those who drink and think maybe they are doing something wrong. It's their life. I'm not talking about your life. I'm talking about my life. I mean, your life, you're okay, and I'm not going to judge anyone about it. It's not about judging anyone who does it. I'm just talking about myself. Okay, those who are concerned about me, this one is expired. It expired on 31 31 12 2024, and I didn't know what to do with it. I'm still keeping it here as a souvenir that I was in that school for that time. I think that's the school I can say I was now I was now in control of the students. I was now in control of the situation, and now I can go into any class. I can go into any class in any school, and then I can manage the behavior of any class. That's the confidence I have compared to what I was when I started here. So thank you so much. Those who were concerned about me, thank you so much for your concerns. I appreciate. Thank you.